far left. Left to the left of the palm tree. Joe. Trudeau and Malone.
E não vai cumprimentar, não?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's good to see you today on the Speak and See Show. Please like, subscribe, and click that notification button so when we get information out, you can get information in. The face of the nation, the face of America, the President of the United States, Joe Biden, is facing backlash from the majority of the world leaders after he issued the go-ahead for the Ukraine to use U.S. long-range missiles and guided systems in Russia. That sounds like a lot of power for a man to have, especially when many people consider that man to be a few fries short of a Happy Meal. But he's doing it. He's giving the go-ahead for World War III to begin, as if it hasn't already begun 4 years ago. We're in it. We just kind of a mini version of it, but it's been happening. But most recently, the display of Biden's mental and bad decision-making breakdown came at the G20 summit in Brazil when he missed the historical photo of the G20 world leaders. Biden was out to lunch. He wasn't there, guys. He's still not. He's on the sidelines. They tried to stop the picture from being taken and halt the leaders to stay put, but to no avail. Biden did not make it, along with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, who also missed a picture. I think she was walking behind Biden again. First, let's have a look at this pathetic moment, and it's just totally pathetic. This is just so awkward of a moment in history that maybe the most awkward moment that Biden has ever given on tape. I don't know, you tell me, but stay tuned. You're in for a treat, and there's a lot of information coming out of this, along with other sources that we're going to show you that have led up to this moment. So like, subscribe, grab a drink, and if you could, roll that tape.
Your friend, where was he? They're telling Biden, they're telling him to wait for Biden, guys. Oh my God. Do you see him, Joe? Far left. Left to the left of the palm tree. Oh my God. But they took it. Yep. He's right there. Joe, he's behind the palm tree right now.
I don't see it.
He's, Joe. Trudeau and Malone.
E não vai cumprimentar, não?
This is sad.
Don't lose the spot. Sorry, thank you.
No problem.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. Eu não cumprimentou mais.
Vou atrasar, tá bom.
Mudou de ideia, vai para o outro lado. Ele está para onde vai?
I see you guys. Right.
Wait a second. That's not all. There's more. 2 days before that, in the APEC summit in Peru, let's just show you. Go ahead. Roll it.
However, this wasn't his only stumble. Days earlier, at the APEC summit in Peru, Biden was shuffled to the back corner of another group photo, while China's Xi Jinping commanded the central spot. The White House claimed the placement was alphabetical, but it fueled comparisons to Donald Trump, who stood proudly center of 2017's APEC photos.
At the end of that photo, there it is. There's Trump standing next to who? That's Putin. That's Putin, smiling, waving, caring about our relationships, peace and stability, avoiding the war at all costs. But now, we can clearly see, along with the rest of the world, on open display, Biden is checked out. And it doesn't seem like he wants to go peacefully. It seems like he's trying to make it impossible for the upcoming President Trump to fulfill his mandate to the American people for putting an end to the Ukraine and Russian war.
I would get a settlement in 24 hours.
I don't know if anyone sees this happening now before Trump gets inaugurated on the 26th or on the 6th of January in 2025. But the rest of the globe has clearly lost respect for this man. And with that, it also means they've lost respect and they don't trust America. This G20 at Brazil has as much of the same vibe with Biden as the G7 in Italy just not long ago. Italy's Prime Minister, Giorgio Meloni, had to practically babysit, or we'll call it Biden sit, him. And she was clearly frustrated with his demeanor, tardiness, and overall presence just being around him. So let's regress, shall we? First, remember when Biden was going to the G7 pictures and he was walking so slow that Giorgio Meloni ran in front of him saying, I can't walk behind this man. It's just too slow. I can't, or something like that. Take a look. Moments later, at the same place, Biden wanders off again during photos, and once again, Giorgio Meloni has to reel him in to the cameras while he seemed confused and just far gone. Check it out. There goes Biden. He's wandering off. Hey, go get him. Go get him. Anybody watching this man? Get. Oh my gosh. This way, look this way. Can I put on my glasses? Then the leaders ended up having to wait for him at the summit because he was like 20 minutes late to the meeting, and Giorgio Meloni's face in this moment, it went viral around the world, and it said it all.
That's so good.
Then, last but not least, the awkward moment where Biden creeped her out and she had to back him off and quickly dismiss herself away. Watch this. Gotta go. So it's no secret to the world, and we can rest assured that the leaders of the other nations have more intel on our president than our media does, right? But when you're in front of leaders, you have to be on your toes and sharp. You can't be like this.
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare, I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6.
Even if they've seen him falling down on planes, on stages, and mumbling his words when it comes to talking about championing the Third World War with Russia, when he's talking about it to everybody, you have to be clear and precise. But the G-Summit meeting, where he missed the pictures, where they said, we don't need you on the stage. We don't even need you on the stage, really. But the G summit was all but clear and precise when Biden took to the stage. He was there to gain their support and to back Ukraine. But he was mumbling and slurring to the point where even Americans couldn't understand what he was saying, yet alone to others whose first language isn't English. Here's his pitch for what could be the next world war. It's embarrassing. It's definitely concerning, in considering all the consequences for such a choice to put this man there, to invoke World War III upon Americans, Russians, Europe, and the rest of the world, because everybody's involved in this. Here's his pitch.
We all have to work to end the conflicts and crises that are eroding progress and food security around the world. Ukraine. The United States strongly supports Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Everyone around this table, in my view, should as well. And by the way, Russia's brutal invasion of Ukraine led to the highest record food prices in all of history. In Gaza, as I've said before, Israel has a right to defend itself after the worst massacre of Jews since the Holocaust. But how it defends itself, even as Hamas cruelty hides among civilians, matters a great deal. The United States has led the world in humanitarian aid to Gaza. And we're going to keep pushing to accelerate a ceasefire deal that ensures Israel's security, that brings hostages home, and ends the suffering of the Palestinian people and children. I ask everyone here to increase the pressure on Hamas, which is currently refusing this deal.
So as the world is getting the viral videos right now of America's best leading the charge into the abyss, the world leaders have gotten far away from Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. They're not even wanting to even have him in pictures side by side. All but one leader, that is. A leader whose mask mandates were the most extreme in the world and whose climate change agenda and wokeness surpasses even the far left of Biden and Harris and Walt's insanity. That leader is the man who you saw standing next to him as they missed the photo op for the G20. That man is the leader who was wagging his tail next to Biden at the G7. So what kind of biscuits is Biden feeding this stray puppy?
What is your assessment of President Biden's performance and if he can lead on the global stage?
We are lucky on the world stage to have Joe Biden leading here at NATO, on the G7, in some extraordinarily consequential times.
Justin Trudeau. It's his real name, and funding Ukraine is his game, is as if it's their last-ditch effort to share in a money laundering scheme together. I'm not saying that they are. I'm just referring to I'm just giving a slight conspiracy theory for the minds to consider and toss it away later, like the other conspiracy theories like Hunter's laptop and the Russian dossier and that Biden mental health issues and that Trump wasn't going to win the election over Kamala Harris. It's just food for thought. And as we see Justin Trudeau, Canada's prime minister, here's what he had to say as one of the only countries left that's backing Ukraine 100%. Take a listen.
I have, for months now, talked about how important it is to degrade the capacity of the Russian military to strike into Ukraine with impunity, because Ukraine hasn't been able to strike on factories and military production sites in Russia. We have called for that for a while, so I think it's a good thing that the United States has done that and other partners are doing that. I had an excellent conversation with President Biden. He is a friend and an ally. We talked about a lot of different things, and we're going to continue to make sure we're working together in the coming months.
Quick disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying for a fact that Justin Trudeau is in cahoots with Joe Biden on some mega billion-dollar scheme to go away rich later off of the bad politics and corruption that he's played in his humanitarianism and woke agendas that hope the public don't use any common sense on this or don't have any. I'm not saying that. They want you to see past all this. I'm not saying that at all. Right? No. I'm just saying that these things are starting to look that way without anyone having to say anything. But what I do know is that I'm just playing to the beat of the drummers whose tempo isn't going along with the music, and it's unpalatable to my senses. What say you? Let me know down in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe. We love you all. Our prayers are for you all. Jesus is Lord, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.